We were at Ardmere last night for the first night. We're there again tonight as well. And we just went and had some fish and chips down the road, and it was really, really good. And this is now Ullapool. So depending on which way you do the 500 trip, you either come here first or you come here one of the last stops. So Ullapool is really, really beautiful. I'm going to flip the camera around in a second so you can see. But we have just gone and grabbed some food for tonight because we're going to have like a load of fish and stuff. So it's really nice. But there is actually a ferry just turned, pulling people onto there. And we've just drove down here. There's motorbikes behind us. And they've all come to this bare bit where there's like no one here. So I think they're trying to get a picture. But this place is really, really nice. If I was you guys, I would try and stop in Ardmere or at least around Ullapool for at least a night, 2 nights, because the actual town is really, really nice, isn't it, here? And it's not very windy here because of the, well, I'll show you now, the surroundings.
Literally a nice little beach.
Yeah, there's a nice little beach. This is the turning circle at the end of the road when you turn right. But I mean, look at that. It's just fabulous, it really is. There's the ferry down the bottom there. And they're loading on cars and things. They must be going over to Skye maybe from here, I don't really know. From here to Skye, we were going to do Skye on our trip, but we're not actually going to do Skye now. We've booked in today, we've just done it last minute. We booked in to go to Loch Ness, so we're actually going to head back. We're going to head the 500 route back, and then we're actually going to go to the motorbikes anyway. We're going to go back towards Inverness, so we're going to go to Loch Ness and stop a night. There's loads of places you can stop there, so we're going to stop there for a night, and that looks quite nice as well. So our road trip should end in Loch Ness tomorrow before we head back to Birmingham. So I mean, it is just fabulous. That is our view. If I was to get out, you've got the motorbikes here. There's loads of people coming through this town. Very, very popular town. Really, really nice. So we're going to go back now to our campsite. We're going to finish off, I think, we have. Get some food down us tonight and have a couple of drinks. And then we're up at like what time? 8 o'clock in the morning. So, but I'll tell you what, we'll take you around the campsite when we get back so you guys can see it, because our campsite is just as pretty as this. It really is. All the campsites have been really, really spectacular. So I'm going to get a couple of pictures here before we set off, and then I'll see you in a moment. This is the road, guys, heading back towards our campsite in Ardmere, and that's the views that we basically have been camping next to. It's about 3 miles to Ullapool from here. You get all this view. When we pull into the campsite in a minute, we'll show you the entrance and what you basically, when you go for a shower, what you see in the morning. It's literally, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It's stunning.
It's stunning. So we'll see you in a sec. What a beautiful day. That's our campsite over there. That's our beach.
Couldn't pick a better location if we tried. There we go. Ardmere Holiday Park.
It's amazing, mate. Good morning, guys, and we have now left our last campsite of the trip. So we've left Ardmere this morning. It's a beautiful morning again. Somehow we've managed to get good weather every single day pretty much.
We've nailed it, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. So we're now heading, we're about 1 hour and 10 minutes from Gairloch. So Ardmere to Gairloch, Gairloch to Fernmore.
Fernmore to Applecross through Inverness, and we end up at Loch Ness.
There you go. So we've got a bit of a journey really today. We're just driving really today, seeing the sights. If we do see anything cool, we will stop. But really, we've got to get a shift on because we set up a little bit later than we were supposed to, and then it's 5.5 hours journey, so it's quite a bit of a journey. But you know, that's what it's about. So, and it's a lovely day for it, so we should be able to keep up the speed and not worry about it too much, and hopefully we don't get stuck behind too many camper vans. It's all right at the moment while we've got got 2 lanes basically, quite hard way. It's when it's single lanes, that's when we struggle. But we do have to go across the dreaded road, the really unsafe road. There's one road on the journey that everyone says if you are not an experienced driver then you shouldn't attempt it. I'm going to have a look at that today and see whether it really is that bad. But it's supposed to be pretty bad because there's just nowhere to pull across and everything. So we'll see. We should be alright in the little car. So, and if Haley flips the camera around, you can see what today. I mean, look at that over there by this is the lake that we were stopping at, what we were showing you yesterday. So it's lovely again today, and we're up to 19 degrees and it's only about 10 o'clock in the morning. So we stopped on the way now because we got stuck behind a couple of cars, so we wanted to have a bit of a 5-minute break. So when you get stuck behind those sort of camper vans, it can get a bit frustrating. So we thought we'd just stop rather than get up anyone's arse. So we are now, we've just gone past Gairloch and we are heading towards Fernmore that we're at. And this road, it literally goes into the sea. So obviously people must launch their little boats and stuff from this little jetty here. And you can see the sheep just chilling. So we're actually heading to the dangerous road slowly. We will get there at some point. How cool is this? We've just got like people obviously when they turn up put their rocks up. This is cool. Really, really cool. And these sheep are just chilling here. Super pretty. There's the sheep, they're doing something. These two people. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? Oh yeah? Bless them. Look at his little tail going. That's brilliant. That was cute, wasn't it? That was cute.
Did you go pet one?
No, they might bite you. Let me go home. Oh yeah, we had a bird. Basically, in the tent this morning, we had a bird fly into. Somehow, we have imagine like the tent bit is like that down. We had like one of the zips just slightly ajar, and a bird managed to fly underneath that bit and hit our netting. We didn't put the block out bit. We just had the mozzie net, and it flew straight into there, crapped itself, and it went up against there, and it was going like this, and I jumped out of my skin. I looked at you and you were like, It was pretty, pretty gnarly this morning. So I had to clean up all the bird poo this morning because the bird crapped itself. A bit like me really. I had to go to the loo to sort myself out, I think, after that. So yeah, that was quite interesting to say the least. But yeah, so anyway, we're going to have some coffee and we'll see you guys in a minute. Hope you enjoyed that little story because yeah, that was very interesting this morning. But yeah, we'll see you in a second. That is super, super beautiful. We'd have just drove past that, wouldn't we, if it was bad weather. Beautiful. We've just had our little lunch at Gairloch and we are just now heading, we're about an hour away from our next sort of point along the map, because when you get to Gairloch you have to put certain points in to allow the Google Maps to allow you to go round the actual route 500. So we're now heading through this beautiful road and we're just crossing over now. Hayley switched the camera to the front of what we're seeing. These roads now are really, really pretty. So this part of the trip is really, really pretty, really, really nice, really quiet as well. I mean, we're in August and it's it's so quiet. There's not a lot of people doing this side. A lot of people now are either starting their journey coming west to east. Obviously we're doing it the other way around, east to west, so we're sort of on the last leg of our trip really, and it is really nice. Gairloch was really nice. There's not a lot going on, but there's that mountain coffee place we went to. I've got a video of that, so you've probably just seen that. And then there's also there was like a fish and chip shop which is supposed to be really good. And there is so many hotels around Gairloch. If it was me, I would have loved to have stopped in Gairloch, but because we did it so last minute, we couldn't do Gairloch, unfortunately. But nowhere was allowing us in. So hopefully next time, if we do it again, we would stop at Gairloch for sure, because Gairloch was really nice, and it was right on another lake really. But every single place that you come to has got a lake anyway, pretty much. But yeah, so we're just going to head now. We've got an hour left to get to the next place. I've heard that Applecross and a few of the other places are a little bit sparse, so there's not as much going on. So we might just be having a quick butchers and taking a couple of pictures, because literally we've probably stopped since Gairloch. We stopped about 6 times for pictures, so at least 6 times. So anyway, it's getting a bit bumpy and we've got a bit of a squirrely road coming up, so I'm going to come off the camera and we'll see you in a second. This is why I came to Scotland. Just look at this incredible valley. It is super duper cool. Hayley sat in the car. Give it a rev, Hales! Yobbo. Absolute yobbo. We're probably best not doing that anymore. Guys, we blow it up. It's impressive, isn't it, here? I mean, just look at it. It's just amazing. Super cool. And it's like, what, was it 23 degrees? 24 degrees. 1:30 in the afternoon.
Just come over.
Look at the view. Look at the road we're going on. Highland Coos. So guys, we have just stopped because we've got this beautiful view of Applecross. We watched some videos, and Applecross apparently is not very big. You can actually see it in the video just there. So that's Applecross just here, motorbikes coming down here. So this is kind of just before we hit Bealach, which is the notorious road for being really dangerous. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad considering how warm and how clear it is. It's been super clear. But that's Applecross just behind me, just there. The road just down here is absolutely fabulous. That's where we've just seen the Highland Coos. Car's doing all right. There's been a couple of potholes that we had to avoid, but it's doing all right. And there's a lovely beach just here. Hayley's chilling out in the car. And you've got a lovely beach here. There's a beach just down here as well. So if you was to stop in Applecross and you had decent weather, you could probably enjoy the beaches like today. We're on a bit of a tight schedule, so we can't, unfortunately, because we've got to get to Loch Ness. But that is Applecross just down there. So we're going to go and have a look, see if we can see anything interesting there, because some of the videos that we saw didn't really talk too much about Applecross, just said it was a bit of a stop on the way. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, we'll carry on, and we'll see you at Applecross in 2 seconds. Barb spider. So guys, I've just seen this walking. This is just drove in. 1, 2, 4 spider. And the owner's over there with his turquoise top on. I went and said hello. It's actually his dad's car. So they've been following us around. So yeah, apparently they were quite shocked that we'd done the Evo Triangle and then this. So they followed us all the way from Ullapool, and I think we've done it as well. That first night camp, we saw them there as well. But yeah, so they were quite nice guys actually, just having a quick chat. So, right, finish my ice cream, then we've got to get
on
going.
the road. This is it.
Bealach, Ness.
Loch Road.
So guys, you can see why this is the most dangerous road ever, because there's potholes everywhere, and as you get higher and higher up there is just sheer drops. I mean, look at that there, that over there, and it's just switchback roads all the way up the mountain, all the way over. But you've got, and if you were behind camper vans, it wouldn't be very fun. This mountain road is pretty sketchy, to say the least. You know, there's a car that we've got to pass now, and he's waiting for us. Luckily it's only a car. Look at that drop down there. And here, look at that up in the truck. We're alright in our little car though.
Got holes.
Over there is the sheep. That over there, that big mound, is what we just come over. That is the Bealach. I think I'm saying that correctly, hopefully. But that there winds all the way over the top of that massive mountain, and that is the dangerous road that we've just finished. It is quite a tight road. Not too bad in these 500s and the 595s, but I would not like to do it in anything much bigger, really. And I drive for a living, so and it was a nice day. If this was a bad day, I don't know what it would be like up there. It does say not to try it when it's wintry weather, and you're not even supposed to drive over the top of it. So yeah, quite an interesting road, quite a fun road, but you do have to be on it when you're actually when you're driving, because otherwise the corners can take you sort of by surprise, or there's a couple of potholes that can catch you out. In these baths, we all know too well how easy it is to blow the struts or anything like that, so it's important just to be on it when you're driving. On that bit there, we had to have the music off and absolutely everything in silence, sort of to contribute
concentrate.
Yeah, to concentrate while we're doing it. So, but I believe that is it now. So we're heading now to Loch Ness for our final stop. We're about 2 hours away, and we've already got fuel. There was fuel at Applecross, and then we realised actually that they didn't have any diesel there. So obviously, if you are doing camper vans, they didn't have any diesel at Applecross. So just make sure that you plan ahead in case that the next stop doesn't have fuel as well. But they did have petrol, which was good. So anyway, we are going to carry on, and we'll let you know if anything else interesting turns up along our route. This thing's pretty.
So guys, I've got my Haley's glasses on because my eyes are killing me. After doing that technical driving, it really does knock you about a little bit. We've just made it to Loch Ness. We're about 4 minutes out from the hotel. If you spin the camera around right, you should be able to just capture a little bit of Loch Ness. We're going to do a bit of exploring tomorrow of Loch Ness. A nice little drive actually, just this last little bit, and we are literally 2 miles away from the hotel. So we're stopping at the, what's it called, Hal?
The Loch Ness Clansman Hotel.
Yeah. So it looks actually really nice, and it was quite cheap really for one night. We just booked it, didn't we, yesterday, last minute, because we didn't really want to go home just yet. So it is absolutely beautiful. We've never seen Loch Ness ourselves before, and every time you get a little bit of a glimpse of the loch, it looks really, really pretty. And this road's nice as well, it's not too bumpy. Oh, there you go, look, there you go. So should be quite a nice night tonight, and it also should be quite nice tomorrow. So hopefully before we actually leave, we can actually go and see some sights just before we go. I just wanted to see Loch Ness to go. It's one of those things on the list. So yeah, we'll show you what the hotel room looks like and everything in about 4 or 5 minutes time before we bed down. I need some food so badly.
Yes.
So yeah.
So we've just finished. It creeps up on you, the Klansman does. Literally, we were driving and it just suddenly come out of nowhere, even though we knew it was coming. But so this is our room. See that car for me as well. Oh, look at this. She is like, yes, prime position between the 2 flags. Didn't try and do that at all, did I? We slept in today because it was the first time we probably could, and awesome breakfast and an awesome view. So we're going to go down to Fort August, I think, today, and then follow it home from there. So we'll probably finish the video off at Fort August. Oh yes, that's it, Todd. Thank you. Ding ding ding. So guys, that is the end of our trip. Well, it's not the end of our trip, we've still got to drive another 8 hours home, but we won't probably put that in the video. This is Loch Ness, and the road is super nice. It is really nice. It's quite hard to get a sea view or a loch view of Loch Ness when there's so many cars around, so we've actually come off-road and sort of through Fort August at the bottom of Loch Ness, and then come around a small country road where it's really quiet. It's super quiet here. There's only just one big house there, and that's about it. But yeah, no, Loch Ness is well worth doing it, guys. If you are on the 500 and you've got time left over, definitely come down to Loch Ness, or do it beforehand, because it is a very nice road. So yeah, have you enjoyed it, Hales?
Loved it.
Absolutely loved
Great.
it. It's been really good. The car's been good. The weather's been amazing, and it sounds like we've got motorbike on.
Yeah.
Look at this guy here. Yeah. You couldn't write it if you tried, could you? But yeah, so yeah, the car's been good, the weather's been good, we've been alright, haven't we? We've been alright, we've managed to put the tent up and stuff, so that's been pretty good. But yeah, so please guys, like, subscribe, because this video is going to take me days to edit and hopefully get up for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. Hopefully you guys come up with the West Midlands Abarth community. I believe they're trying to plan something, so I'll probably give them a helping hand to try and plan it. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys at a meet very, very soon. Stay tuned to the channel because there is tons more coming. So yeah, we'll see you very, very soon, guys. See ya. Bye bye.